Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Dave and Amanda are married. You obviously all know that because you're here, but I thought I'd state the obvious. As mentioned, my name is Andrew Almas, and I have been granted the title of Best Man today at the long-awaited wedding celebration of Dave Kurtz and Amanda Alexander. Now, Kurtz. Usually when I do speeches like this, I like to get the housekeeping out of the way and my responsibilities as the best man out of the way, and I believe there are no telegrams or messages that I need to read. So I'm going to get right into the meat and potatoes of my speech here. Now, I know Amanda through Dave. I met her shortly after they started dating a few years ago, and I could tell right away what a great compliment she is to him. I have never seen him so relaxed, so happy, or so comfortable as when he has been with you, Amanda. You are truly a good and generous person who I've had the privilege of getting to know, and I look forward to spending a lot more time with you in the future. I have known Dave, mic check. I have known Dave for a lot longer, 25 years now. We have history that few people our age could match. And for this reason, Dave was very apprehensive about allowing me free rein over which stories I am allowed to tell and which stories I am not allowed to tell.
Yeah,
As a result...
Just tell him anyway.
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to it. Okay.
Perfect.
As a result, he requested that he be able to edit my speech. So sadly, what I'm reading here is the edited version of my speech. Dave Kurtz holds an important designation in my mind, not only amongst my friends, but amongst everyone I have ever known. The special designation he holds is for being the first person that I actually remember the incident of our meeting. Most people have several memories where they were 5 or 6 years old, and you had friends and family who were and are still important to you. But then there are moments of memory burn where you never forget thinking, who is this? The year was 1989. It was the first week in Mrs. Gumbert's grade 1 and 2 split George R. Allen class. Recess was usually spent throwing pine cones, playing wall ball, running from girls, running after girls, playing tag, and avoiding the older and therefore scary kids. In this case, I'm not sure what I was running from, but all I remember is running around the corner of the green portable, and there was this kid who I'd never seen before, skinny as a rail, puking all over the side of the tin portable. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first time I ever met the man, the legend, Dave Kurtz. I assure you, things got better for both of us after that. I wasn't so concerned with running from people, and Dave rarely pukes now. Dave has always been a very welcoming person, considerate and inclusive, and that is how, as a kid and becoming an adult, I've had the pleasure of meeting many of you here today. Dave and his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Kurtz, invited me to travel with them to their cottages in Sauble Beach and Grey County, to Haliburton, the Laurentians, Penetang, Mont Tremblant, and even all the way to the Gaspé Peninsula and Prince Edward Island. I would always have a great time with them, and while Dave and I did not always share the exact same interests, we did contribute to each other's understanding and personal growth, introducing each other to different genres of music, activities like swimming, boating, hiking, card games, Shanghai and authors, and mischief, a talent that I have always been noted for, much to Dave's chagrin. Dave has always had a keen sense in maps and routes to places, so it is a small wonder that I too have become something of a geography enthusiast. As we got older, our circle of friends was very much the same, and between Dave, myself, Andrew Lougheed, Aaron Webster, Jesse and Ben Malone, and others, we have grown into adulthood as a large part of each other's mature support system, something that I know Dave and I both cherish in our own ways. There are two other small anecdotes that I think can illustrate the caring and responsible side of Dave. The first took place when he came over to my house in middle school and my parents had gone out to a movie. I started to feel really sick, so Dave marched over to the movie theater, which was a few blocks from my house, told the ticket person that he needed to find my parents, had my parents come out of the theater and come back to my house to attend to it. His actions stood out to me as exemplary, which had something to do with me growing up with three roughhousing siblings who would not have been concerned in the same way that Dave obviously was. And Amanda, I'm sure he will take care of you the same way he took care of me. The last anecdote occurred when we were up at Dave's cottage, the farm, and a mutual friend stepped on a three-pronged fish hook. While I waited at the farm, Dave rushed the friend with the hooked foot to the emergency room, and by all accounts was a phenomenal advocate for getting him treated as soon as possible, again showing deep concern for the well-being of others. I don't want to wear out my welcome on stage here, but I have countless stories with varying degrees of hilarity involving myself and Dave. If you want to know more, come talk to me later.
You'll be busy.
The substance of those stories is not the important takeaway message from this speech. The important takeaway message from this speech is that based on those years of experience, support for one another, and general closeness, I feel that I can say with a large degree of certainty that Dave and Amanda make a great couple. Their relationship is based on a mutual trust and understanding that bodes well for their future life together. Their admiration for one another is always apparent, and they are constantly keeping each other smiling and laughing, and I look forward to many good times in the future. So with that, I would like to propose a toast to the bride and groom. This is by Mark Twain, whose home I visited on Sunday. Life is short. Break the rules, forgive quickly, kiss slowly, love truly, laugh uncontrollably, and never regret anything that makes you smile. To Dave and Amanda.